Hello everyone, Luke here again. Next video for Legacy of the Dual Link Evolution deck profile for the Amazonas I used. Very straightforward, nothing. That's pretty much how I always do things. Now let's get into it. The Amazonas Baby Tiger, it becomes Amazonas Tiger while on the field or in the graveyard. If an Amazonas monster is normal special summon to your field while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card. And you can only use this once per turn. Also gains 100 for each Amazonas in your graveyard. So it's not going to become big, but I used it a lot for the Link plays, since it can just keep special summoning itself. Amazonas Princess becomes Amazonas Queen while on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is normal or special summon, add an Amazonas spell or trap card from your deck to hand. And the other effect is once per turn, when it declares an attack, you can send one other card from your hand to the graveyard, special summon an Amazonas monster from your deck in defense position except Princess. So yeah, it's pretty good. Searches any spell or trap card, special summon from the deck, really good. See it on Duel Links all the time. Amazonas Fighting, take note, but I'll damage from attacks involving this card. Paladin gains 100 for each Amazonas monster you control. The Swordswoman, you probably see that on Duel Links a lot. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving this card instead. One Amazonas Tiger, you can only control one Amazonas Tiger, so don't summon this while this is on the field, otherwise the Baby Tiger just goes straight to the graveyard. Let's see, gains 400 attack for each Amazonas monster you control. Your opponent cannot attack any face-up Amazonas monsters except this one. And the Queen is Amazonas monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Alright, so the spell card, you can take any Amazonas from your deck except call, either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target an Amazonas monster you control this turn. That monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, other monsters you control cannot attack. You can only activate one Amazonas call per turn. Heirloom is equipped to an Amazonas monster once per turn. That monster cannot be destroyed in battle. After damage calculation, if the equipped monster attacks the monster, destroy the attacked monster. Yeah, it's not bad. Protects yourself and destroys whatever it goes up against. Village is all Amazonas monsters gain 200 attack once per turn. When an Amazonas monster is destroyed by battle or card effects into the graveyard, you can special summon an Amazonas monster from your deck with a level less than or equal to that Amazonas monster in the graveyard. So that's pretty cool how it gives you the floating ability. Monster Reborn. A couple of polymerizations as well, we'll get to them eventually. Well, everything's a warrior except the tigers. A couple of Twin Twisters there. 3 Onslaught. Now once per turn during the battle phase, you can special summon an Amazonas monster from your hand, and if you do, it gains 500 attack until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. After damage calculation, if your Amazonas monster battle an opponent's monster while this card's ready in your face-up spell trap card zone, you can banish that opponent's monster. If this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target an Amazonas monster in your graveyard and special summon. So quite a few useful effects there. A couple of Mirror Force. Queen Spawn I added during the second draw because I forgot about it. And it's like, yeah, I need that. Activate only when an Amazonas monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle sends to the graveyard. Special summon an level 4 or lower Amazonas monster from your deck. So yeah, really useful. Couple of Solemn Strike there. Alright, so we got I added a couple of polymerizations, just, yeah, why not, and added one of each. I thought, it could be fun. Okay, so this is Tiger and an Amazonas monster. Once per battle, if this card attacks during damage calculation, you can make this card gain 500 attack during that damage calculation only. If your Amazonas monster attacked an opponent's monster after damage calculation, you can target face-up monster your opponent controls or loses 800 attack. Monsters your opponent controls cannot attack Amazonas monsters except this one. The Empress is Amazonas Queen plus 1 Amazonas monster. Other Amazonas monsters cards you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If your Amazonas monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. If this face-up fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect while its owner controls it, you can special summon 1 Amazonas Queen from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Right, that was a lot to get through. And for the rest, got a few rank 4s, Exciton Knight, Cowboy, and 101. The 2 is Solday because, well, basically everything is a warrior monster. We also have Mrs. Radiant, since this is an earth-based deck. Pentastag also does the piercing damage thing. And what else? Dakota Talker, Unicore, Powerco Talker, Borreload, Boral Swords, sorry, and Sayuja. So yes, this is very basic, but pretty fun to use, and it was quite effective anyway in the duels. Okay, until next time, thank you all for watching, and see you again soon.